Alright, so this is my solution. Today is Monday the 22nd, and we were supposed to have a class today, but I think there was a misunderstanding, so this is going to be my solution here. It's just teach right now, and I've only got 45 minutes of free time, so that's all you guys get today. You guys will get off 15 minutes early today, unless, of course, I get a message saying we're doing a live stream. But yeah, so right now, 1 second, I've got some stream issues here. Yeah, I don't know. Jeez. Okay. This is on the fly. How do I? Ooh. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so again, we were supposed to have a lesson today, but I think you guys are watching the video I made a couple of days ago, which is for tomorrow and the day after, but for you guys it was for the day before yesterday and yesterday. So now today should be Wednesday. I'm not sure though, but again, we're only gonna have 45 minutes. Yeah, so what we're going to talk today is plugins and user roles. What we talked about yesterday and the day before was all these. So Unit 5, which is training the team, and Unit 6, which is billing and future planning. All that stuff about getting ready for the year after. If we're doing summer jobs, are we allowing that? Are we allowed to pay the students? Are we paying the company? All that stuff. We also talked about smart Googling. That's a big thing. I'm just going to kind of go through the important ones. Smart Googling, how everything's a real world experience, how that's beneficial, and then online courses. We need to have certificates on those. But also the free ones are good if you just want to broaden your knowledge. Staying on topic, doing freedom, all that stuff. Yeah, so what we're talking about today. We're talking about plugins and user roles. So plugins for WordPress, plugins are basically things you add on. You add on to WordPress. So these aren't through Elementor. These are through WordPress. So Elementor is a plugin. You saw when we went here. Can I zoom in anymore? Yeah. So Elementor is kind of its own thing here, and that's because it is a plugin. I kind of showed you guys these plugins and stuff, but you can see this. It's got all kinds of updates, ads, whatever. But Elementor is a plugin, and what plugins are basically attachments to WordPress. So kind of upgrading WordPress. While WordPress is a good place or a fine place to edit your websites, the issue with WordPress is that it just doesn't have as much capabilities that other things can do to it. So anyone that plays video games, if you've ever seen like a DLC pack, those are similar to what plugins are for Elementor. I think that's a good analogy. So plugins allow us to do more, and it depends on what plugin we use on what exactly it's going to help us do. So there's a couple of vital ones. The vital ones I believe are going to be WP Forms and Elementor. So WP Forms is we'll talk about that in a minute. Elementor we've been using. We've created this website. We dragged around, we made buttons, we made backgrounds, we turned the opacity up and down on the backgrounds, we put all this text here. We could customize all the text. Oh, we haven't customized this. We customize all the text, we put in images, not this image, but we put in these images. All that stuff is done with WordPress, right? WordPress also allows us to see the I'm not editing right now. It allows us to view it from multiple perspectives. So instead of just seeing the computer version, we can also see the tablet version that looks like this, and we can also see the phone version that looks like this. And we talked about how to edit that and how we want that to look. Looks pretty decent as of right now. It's not terrible, but it could be better. But that's just life. Let me go in and edit this text real quick. Oh, were we having trouble with this earlier? Is that what it was? Yeah, so our typography, we wanted it to set as primary text, and it wasn't doing it. Which is really strange. Definitely very strange. Oh, is it that font? It's the same T, it's the same H. It is that font. It's just because it's black that makes it look really weird, doesn't it? We've been using... No, look, it's not editing it because I have it on gray. And it's still not doing it. Pre-format. Oh. Yeah, that looks bad. Let's not do that. So then we go into style, and then we can do our typography as our primary text. Look how weird that's being. I mean, that's usually how you would change what you want inside of it, but instead it's doing one of these things instead of listening to us, which is something that we figure out later. That's not a right now problem. We just ask the internet on that one. Yeah, it's not changing the color or anything. This is a mystery to me. Even I think we talked about this already. But yeah, so Elementor is this plugin. All that was a plugin. That was all something that allowed us to benefit off of WordPress. So yeah, here's a list of it's called the most it's just the most popular plugins that WordPress has. So we have Elementor of course, and that's our Elementor website builder. You can see it has a little description here. We have the active installations, which is 10 plus million, which is incredible. Contact Form 7. So contact forms are things that we use to get in touch with the owner of the website. So us as experiencers of the website can use a contact form to get in touch with whoever runs the website. Let's see if they have one on this website that I have pulled up here. So they do have a sign up to our newsletter, so that's kind of similar, but they might have like maybe a support page. Let's see if it has it here. So so contact a local distributor. This probably isn't going to be good. But what it does, here we go. Let's see if this does it. Let's do the verification stuff. Yeah, this is a contact form, or what do we call it? Yeah, contact form. So this is a contact form. So what it does is it helps you. Also, this is a British website, England. What it does is it allows you to reach out to whoever the owner of the contact area is. So, like, we would put our name, our message, you see it has some stuff here, email address, so how to reach back to you, and then where are you, so what country are you located in. So that's a contact page, and we can't build those in Elementor or WordPress. So what we have to do is we have to install a plugin for that, and this one's called Contact Form 7. Has just as many downloads as our Elementor. Oh, press that. Okay. And then we have our Yoast SEO. So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So when you search anything on the internet, there's an optimization. So there are websites that pay more to be pushed to the top than others. So the ones that pay more get pushed up more. So if I look up like search engine, sorry, I'm gonna see. So these things have all paid a lot to be up here. So you see Wikipedia, it's almost always the top option when you're looking for information, and they pay a lot for their search engine optimization so that they can be up here right at the top, right when you search anything. So their search optimization is very important to them. So what they would do is they would get Yoast SEO. So Yoast is a very popular one. So basically what it does is it allows you to customize this text, and it allows you to do the like page name, but usually that's just what it is. So it allows you to do all that stuff. Where's my... Okay, there it is. And it also allows you to have access to pay money for your optimization, and some of it doesn't cost a lot if you find the trends. And there's a lot of people out there. You could hire a search engine optimization agent, and they will get your website as close to the top as possible. So I search engine, and search engine Jeez, I can't talk. Search engine journal pops up pretty high here. And what this is it's seems like a blog almost of, well, I'm sure it's a blog. It has journal in the name, doesn't it? But the reason it popped up so quickly is because we searched search engine. The reason it's up here is because it gets a lot of clicks. The reason it gets a lot of clicks, you can see, it provides a good like description here, and it's also it has a nice title. It's not very long. People's eyes will go straight to 7 most popular, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm looking for popular search engines. And then it says in the world at the end, because we already know what we're searching for. We're searching for search engines, but they've paid money to get up here, and they've also gotten a lot of clicks. So the reason they get to the top isn't because they just paid money to get to the top. They pay money to get higher up so that they can get more clicks to get to the top. So the actual optimization factor is how many clicks it gets. Or it can have, oh man, this isn't a good thing, but if I do like phone cases, I already have some right up here, and what for whatever reason, oh, I have an ad block, or I have a sponsor blocker, that's why. So these things are called sponsored. So these are the ones that do pay strictly to get at the top. It doesn't care how many clicks they have, but they're sponsored. And this is so that they can advertise their stuff a lot easier. Like if I search phone cases and I'm looking for a durable one, I know to go to OtterBox, and OtterBox is going to pop right up here. Instead of scrolling through like Casetify, Burger US, Casely, all this stuff, I'm searching for OtterBox, but I forgot what it was called, so I searched phone cases, and OtterBox was right there, it was sponsored. And instead of pushing their website, well, obviously they do because they make a lot of money, but it was after 5. They push their website, but they also push their best-selling products. And you can see this one's through Amazon, which, I mean, they're huge on search engine optimization because they're almost always at the top when you're searching for a product. So search engine optimization is very important, but we're not going to worry about it with our website anyway because, I mean, we're not even using it for anything. But... so search engine optimization is important. It's a little bit of a tricky subject. I can't really teach about it all right now, especially since I have 45 minutes. It's down to 30 now. So yeah, that's search engine optimization. And then you have your classic editor. So this is kind of like Elementor, but it's kind of like old style edit posts. So back when Elementor wasn't a thing, everyone just had to use the WordPress editor to get everything done. And this is basically kind of a like a rip-off, but also not. So WordPress kind of got rid of their classic editor, but what the classic editor did was, it was made by WordPress, but WordPress, since they had so many plugins, they just kind of became like a plugin place. So they kind of got rid of it, and then now WordPress contributors have kind of revamped the classic editor and just kind of brought it back. So WooCommerce is one I really want to talk about. So WooCommerce is kind of one that you kind of do this sort of instead of Elementor. So or if you were to do it with Elementor, you would need Elementor Pro. So we obviously don't have Elementor Pro. If you were a business, I would consider investing in it because there's a lot more you can do with Elementor Pro than just Elementor. And WooCommerce allows a lot of shopping options. I'm sure you can figure that out by the word commerce, but everything you need to launch an online store in days and keep it growing for years. So Woo is with you, whatever. So I found a website that uses WooCommerce. It's called Orange Amps. That's how we found our contact page, actually. But if we're looking to create a store, WooCommerce is kind of our friend. I mean, this is how it looks normally. This is how it looks normally. I mean, you guys can't read anything though. But well, I guess it's not too important. But what WooCommerce does is allows you to do all this stuff in a really nice way. So WooCommerce kind of has its own, a couple of its own themes. So remember our theme packages, how we can enable those to give a website a different basic look. Like this is part of our theme, this all is part of our theme, but this we created on our own, right? And then this thing at the bottom is part of our theme. So is this little top button here. That's all part of our theme. So WooCommerce has a couple of its own themes, and Orange doesn't use one because I mean it's one of the it's like a I'm not sure if you guys have in India, but like a Guitar Center of the UK, and they sell amps, and I'm not sure if there's any guitar people, but amps basically increase the sound for a guitar. So you can see there's all kinds of ads here that are showing all their stuff. You can also see that they optimize their blog post usage. So they have some famous bands and singers here that use guitar and that use their amps. So very, very popular brand in the UK at least. And you can see up here we can go to store. So this is their store, right? And they have all these things. You can see that this is their speakers tab, or well, not their speakers, but their orange box speaker. And you can see they have a large version and an orange box, and you can see it has all the has a little award here that it won. It has the star ranking down here. I can zoom in for you guys. Has a star ranking down here. Has a little ad up here. What up? I just want to make sure. Okay. I'm being cautious of my email because somebody might message me that we're actually having a class today. But here are some headphones, and you can see when we press these. Oops. When we press these, goes back to the top. Oh. For whatever, it just takes us right to the top for test equipment instead of speakers, so it probably hasn't been updated in a minute. But here it takes us right to our headphones tab. Here's our fashion, so we've got all kinds of orange shirts. This dude's wearing one. This dude's wearing one while he's singing. We've got vests. We've got hoodies. So we also have accessories. So some hats, belts, rack mount kits. But that's all this shopping stuff. Ooh, curious. This is their USA store. Yeah, cool. All this stuff is made with WooCommerce. So WooCommerce has allowed them to do all this stuff, and what you can do with WooCommerce is, you see up here, this is their header, right? So we have shop, and then we have 3 other tabs that WooCommerce automatically made for us: the My Account page, the cart page, and the checkout page. So what the cart does is, if you go to purchase something, you see I'm doing a hoodie, we're going to do a large, we're going to add it to cart, okay? So it's been added to my cart, but what is my cart? So if I go up to the cart up here, or I can press this, if I go up to my cart up here, it shows me all the products that I have requested to be bought, right? And then, so my cart is kind of my easy way. It's kind of it's almost like a rough draft of what you're actually going to buy. And it also tells you the total as well as your subtotal. So my free shipping, or I can do my standard ground shipping, which is just upgraded. I can apply a coupon. I can do all that in the cart, but in checkout, I actually need my billing details. That's going to be my official place where I'm requesting it. I put in all my information to buy it, and then I place my order, and then it'll get shipped. So what my account does is it creates me an account, and it shows me all of my purchases and all my stuff, and it'll also show me not really other things, but it'll allow me to purchase things easier. So like when you have an account on Amazon, usually it requires you to create an account. Not usually, but if you want more access to the website, you create an account for easier usage and basically easier buying. So I guess at the end of the day, my account is usually just an ad to get you to come back here more. But with my account, if you put in your email and you say or that they can send their ads and stuff to you, then you might get access on a new hoodie that other people might not get. Yeah, so that's all on WooCommerce. WooCommerce is very, it's a very good shop website maker, I guess is how to say it. So what you do if you're using WooCommerce, I haven't talked about how to install plugins. It's a very easy process. So we're on our WordPress, right? We have all these things on the left here. We're going to go to plugins. That has a 1 there, and that's because that's our Elementor one. So we have installed plugins. What we can do is we can press this button right here. It says add new plugin. So if I wanted to search for if I wanted to search for WooCommerce, you can see this is the classic editor right here. WooCommerce, I can type in, and it'll be right here when it loads, if it loads. WooCommerce. So I can install now. I can search for more details. If I were to install it now, I would have it installed, and then it would say activate. And then if you wanted it right now, you could activate it now. And then it'll pop up over here. It'll be a little thing like our Elementor. You can also see I've installed WP Forms. So what I did, yeah, we can deactivate it, and I'll delete it so I can show you guys the process. So we go here, we go add new plugin. WP Forms is what it's called. Oh, Froms, of course. Forms. And keep in mind, there's all kinds of plugins. So anything you need, there's probably a plugin for. So what we do is we press install now, right? So it's installing. It's going to take some time. Then we press activate. So once we activate it, you're going to see the word, it kind of refreshes. And then we have over here WP Forms. Easy as that. And then, so what these plugins are kind of like their own websites, but it's made for WordPress. So we're still on the WordPress website, of course, but all of this stuff has been done by WP Forms. You can see quick links here. Upgrade to Pro version. There's always a Pro version, isn't there? But right here, I mean, one of the first buttons we get is create your first form. So we've installed it. We'll talk about how to use it in a minute. But We've done those things. We have our WooCommerce. Then we have anti-spam. So this is to block spam comments and spam in a contact form. So if I get like 3 contacts from one email within a minute, our anti-spam is going to automatically filter those out and prevent that user from submitting more forms. Here's WP Forms right there. Oh man, we didn't even talk about it. Oh well. Well, it's just a version of a form. What was a word form? Word form 7 or something. Contact form 7. What? I'm talking word form. Contact form 7. That's another good one. I like WP Forms. Looks a little cleaner. All-in-one WordPress migration and backup. You can back up, transfer, copy, move a site within one click. All of these things, they're going to have a description, and you can also, I'm sure, or not I'm sure, but you can definitely watch a video on all this stuff. Even when you look up something, so like if I were to look up best shopping plugin for WordPress, so automatically I have 12 best WordPress e-commerce plugin. You see number 1, WooCommerce. You have Reddit. Again, do we trust those? If it's for this case, I would say yes, because this isn't like a question we need to ask a service. It's kind of like a general and broad question. So these are also going to have broad, kind of broad answers. So yeah, we have another best e-commerce plugins for WordPress. We also have shopping cart and e-commerce store on WordPress.org. That's a reliable source. All these things are kind of like blogs. They're pretty much blogs and text pages full of helpful information for whoever needs them. You also have YouTube videos, and those will help you. Those will help you if you want them. So yeah, that's pretty much all on that stuff. I think. I mean, you have so much more. You have cache, or well, cache, but I think I'm fancy when I say that. You got WordFence security, so this will be login security, firewall, malware scan, and that basically protects your websites from hackers. Simple and lightweight security, again, similar to security. We've got another security, so a lot of things are for security. So you have SiteKit by Google. You got sort of like SEO analytics, and so this is kind of working WordPress into Google and kind of balancing the two. And I would recommend that packaged with Yoast SEO. If you remember that from a couple minutes ago, we have Yoast right here. And this was done by Team Yoast. So all these are most likely done by websites, but this one's just done by a dude, so he just kind of did his thing, I guess. That's a cool picture. I wonder who this dude is. Oh my. Huh. Look at this. Look at how terrible this website is. That's really funny. I mean, well, it's all in Japanese, so I'm sure it's fine in Japanese, but like just another WordPress web blog. I mean, that's basic. You got Contact Form 7, BOGO, and apparently another one. But yeah, interesting. So we covered WooCommerce. You can probably recognize some of these things now. I mean, this is WP Forms we looked over. There's only I mean, we have Yoast here, and I mean, all these are really popular ones. I'd say the vital ones for every website is probably Elementor, if not Elementor Pro. Elementor is just the best way to edit a website rather than the WordPress editor. I'm sorry. Apparently it's my bedtime. I think all the signs are telling me it's time to go to sleep. So now we're going to go on to user and user roles. So I want to talk about really quick, not about user roles. So I said that this week was going to be, or well, last week, this week, and the following week was going to be a lot of getting in and editing the website. So with editing a website, a lot of it is really repetitive tasks, right? So, I mean, basically creating About Us page is just homepage with a little different spin on it. It has different text, different words, different pictures, different layouts. But so now what I'm trying to do here is we're trying to sort of work this stuff into editing. So we're kind of still going into the website. I'm going to show you some basic stuff on the website. I showed you how to install those plugins there. So this is still messing around with the website. I still have to cover the basics though. So these are still considered basics. And while editing the website is important, it's also important to know how to navigate and understand the advantages and the opportunities that this website provides. So like I'm making another video game reference here, but if you play video games, there's often a like skill set area, so you can upgrade like how far your guy can kick a ball, or how many ability moves it has, or something like that. This is similar to what I'm showing you guys that WordPress has. It's kind of like these upgrades that weren't initially stated, and that's kind of why you're taking this class, is because they're not hidden. They just have to be explored, and it takes a while to explore. So this class is helping you basically understand a year's worth of WordPress in just a couple of weeks. So kudos to you guys for doing this, because this will save you a lot of time, especially when you're making websites. So you don't have to waste the time going in, figuring out what a plugin is, what are the popular plugins, what are the best plugins, what plugins are going to be good for my website. Speaking of which, which ones are going to be best for your website, I would just search. So I searched best shopping plugin for WordPress. I shopped that. I searched that, and that was smart Googling, because I knew what I needed, and I knew how to ask Google that. So best shopping plugin for WordPress. So I got specific with it. I said WordPress, not just best shopping plugin. So any website you're doing, you could just do best blank plugin for WordPress. Using best often helps, because then it pops up with cool blogs and stuff. But mainly next week, we're going to kind of go in, try to finalize the website. I'm going to kind of do a few more things we need to talk about, like media, and also, I mean, I could have talked about this forever ago, but kind of like WordPress versus Elementor, final showdown. Which one's really better? What's the advantage of using WordPress? What's the advantage of using Elementor? What each one's catered for, which we kind of talked about that. But now we can move on to user and user roles. So I've got 10 minutes here, so hopefully we can get through all of this and maybe even mess around with the website a little bit. Oh, actually, I want to talk about WP Forms. I'm sorry, I don't have a very good scheduled mind here, do I? So we have our welcome to WP Forms. We got our little bear friend here. It's also drag and drop, which is awesome. So that's similar to our Elementor. However, this can't be used in conjunction with Elementor Basic. If you were to upgrade it to Elementor Pro, then we can start doing stuff. You see, these are our features and add-ons. We've got all this stuff: responsive, mobile-friendly, drag and drop form builder, form templates, whatever. So I'm also going to show you guys kind of a way around having to upgrade to WordPress Pro or whatever, Elementor Pro. There's no WordPress Pro. Create my first form. So you could read the full guide if you wanted to do that. So we're going to do basic user help desk. Jeez, I can't spell. Form. So that's the name of my form. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do a template. So this one's awesome. So a simple contact form. So we're going to use that template. So we have our name, we have our email, and then we have our comment or message. But once it hits submit, where does it go? So it showed me earlier. Okay. Whoa. Also, if you zoom in too much, That 300% automatically goes to the tablet form. Interesting. So you can see we have all this stuff. So our email, we can kind of click and drag to reorder. All this stuff. You can also upgrade this to Pro if you want. Is it worth it? I don't know. I haven't experienced it too much. But you can go in here. Form name, form description, submit button text just says submit. And we have our that stuff. So here we go. This is what we want to go. So we want to go to notification. So this is how we get it. So this is how we get everything. Yeah, we have anti-spam protection, all that stuff. Minimum time to submit is 3 seconds. So they have to take at least 3 seconds. All that stuff. Country filter, keyword filter, all this stuff is pro. It's all, or well, not this stuff, but this is kind of what the one, oh, I think I already closed the tab. Yep, sure did. Close the tab, but the one anti-spam, it kind of has this built into it. But if you want the other thing, I mean, you can have that too. But we go into our notifications, and notifications are emails sent when a form is submitted. By default, these emails include entry details. For setup and customization options, please, including video review, please see our tutorial. All this stuff. So we can have send to email address. So I'm going to use mine, which is just alexdunahay@gmail. Email subject line. I don't know why I automatically filled that out. But alexdunahay at... spelled my own name wrong. I'm that bad at typing right now. Email subject line, new entry. We have our form from name. From name? What? Okay, sorry, I'm trying to figure this out myself. So we have our from name. So it's from WordPress site, and then from our email, which will just be from whatever our email address for the company is. So we can have, we can even have from alexdunahay@gmail.com. And then you have our reply to, we have our email message, and that's our all field. So that basically shows everything that the form was submitted entails and includes. Or we could have a from email from a different email here. We could have it sent to our personal and from our company, or like send to our company from our personal, whatever. It doesn't really matter, but we can save that, and then we can be done with that then. So we have our basic user blah blah blah, and now we can go back here, and we have our basic user help desk form. So what we can do now is we can go to pages right up here, all pages. We're gonna add a new page. We're gonna call it contact us. Yay! Edit with Elementor. So I'm not supposed to be editing with Elementor. Okay. Exit. We're gonna trash this because I accidentally put Elementor on it already. Contact us. So looks like you're working on a contact page. You've already created a form. Now add a page to your customer and contact. So that's awesome. That's so it used a keyword contact. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna press get started. If not, so it's just gonna show us. That's awesome. Easily add your contact form. So we're gonna press our plus button up here, right? We're gonna search WP Forms, and then it's gonna automatically embed. So we go here, we go WP Forms, we press it, and there it is. So now, we select our form, right? And then that's our basic user help desk. Here we go. And then it pops up. It's all ready to go. We can publish that. Publish. Straight to freshfarmersgrit9.com. So now what we can do is we can go here. We can put in our home page, we can put like something at the bottom here. I'm just gonna we're just gonna go contain. Oh crap! Oh no! Boom. Oh no, why is it making me do this? Here we go. Sorry, I was super confused for some reason. So we've got our container. We're gonna put our, or I guess, do we need a container? I think so. Oh well. We're gonna put in it text box. Or well, I guess we can do a heading, can't we? Need help? Contact us. Contact us right here. And what we're gonna do? Oh, we should have done a freaking firebox or whatever it's called. Grid. I was using that. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, need help? Contact us here. It's really tall. Min height. Oh, that's the lowest it goes. That's awesome. It's awesome, man. It's great. We're just gonna have our background be white. We're gonna line right here, and then we're gonna line in the middle. Then we're gonna make it secondary, and then we're gonna make it our primary, and then we're gonna click it, and we're gonna drag it all the way up so people can read it. Need help? Contact us here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna press a button. We're not gonna press it, but you know, we're gonna line it there so that it looks good. I guess I don't know. We're gonna do it there. Color maroon. We haven't used that yet, have we? Nope. Oh well. We're gonna link it to link options. Open a new window. What was it called? Contact us. Contact us page. Yep, there we go. There's our page. Text. Contact us. Contact us. Update. Now we're gonna visit our site. We're gonna refresh, of course. We have, this is what it looks like normally. It's pretty trash. You know, okay, yeah, that's gonna need to be fixed. Almost out of time. Ooh. Center. Boom. Shoot bat. Boom. Tap. Doo. There we go. Contact us here. Contact us page. Boom. Just like that. Contact us gives us all this stuff, and then if they're gonna submit their email, it's gonna pop up when we get our email. It has email twice because apparently we need it twice. We don't need it twice. That's just an edit or an error on my fault or on my side. But yeah, so that's everything with plugins. I didn't get quite as far as I wanted to, but that's okay. I'll leave more for next week. So yeah, that's all I have time for. You guys have a good rest of your day. I'm sorry that was a shorter class. We had a little miscommunication, misconfusion, all that jazz. You guys know how that goes, but at least you guys still got a full week of class in. Full week of classes in. And I hope you guys have a rest of your day. So if you have any questions, WhatsApp me. I said that last 2 days, I think. But yeah, I'm going to be out of town for quite a bit of time, and I don't have much Wi-Fi there, so it's going to be fun. So yeah, I will see you guys. I'm not sure when you're even going to be seeing this video, but I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Stop record.